The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of FOXHOUND. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit FOXHOUND, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of FOXHOUND involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, FOXHOUND squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Good day to you all, Shadowbooks here, and welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, the 2004 remake of the original Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. Now, this is essentially just the game, like I said, remade, but using the Metal Gear Solid 2 game engine, which, Metal Gear Solid 2, I think, was that released in either 2001? 2? I can't remember, as I think I'm pretty sure they had staggered release dates depending on where you were in the world. But anyway, after my Let's Play of the original Metal Gear Solid, which, as we all know, kind of went a bit skew-if due to the fact that I was playing on easy all along, because I may have loaded up the wrong save at one point, I think it's about time I got some redemption by doing this game. Now, this game, I don't really know too much about. I know it's pretty much just a graphical overhaul of the original Metal Gear Solid. I don't think there's too much different in terms of plotline. I haven't really played any further than probably the tank hangar. So literally only played about 10-15 minutes of that. This has been messing around on streams and that. But we're definitely not going easy. so very easy it is. Joking, you might actually lynch me out there if I do that, so let's go with normal. I am way too suckish for no radar. Let's go for type 2, the standard. I like the standard. Okay, let's get this bad boy on the go. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you know, Metal Gear Solid is essentially just a movie with some gameplay elements thrown in, so there will be a lot of cutscenage and codec calls. I will try and find that happy medium of talking over them and not. Already you can see the massive improvement in graphics over the original. Sweeping camera movements.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Awesome! Oh, this game literally makes my toes chilly every time I play it. And yes, I was saying, I've just made it up.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation?
Now you'll probably immediately see that the codec screen hasn't changed that much.
Just as I expected.
Although you may notice some light green and dark green bars going across it. That's one small glitch I have due to a tweak that allows me to use the thermal goggles.
When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
No one but you will be able to hear it. I love that line.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do this. So yeah, like I said, the thermal goggles are pretty much balked with the emulator I'm using, so in order to get them working, which I really want, you have to disable some of the EFB buffers, I think. Which results in you being able to use the thermal goggles, but the codec screen being slightly messed up. Anyway, we don't care about that. Let's get to some sneaking. Right, guys, something popped up on the recording which I was worried about, but we all seem to be okay. Okay, so let's firstly go and grab this ration that is always down here. Now, I think if you play this on very easy, or both, you can, what's it you can get? I think you can get a V of, oh, is it the heart rate sensor? I can't remember. I may be completely pulling crap out my ass. I usually do that when I panic. Okay, so we've got two dudes. You go down there. Good. What do you got to say, Colonel? Ooh, dark blue this time.
There you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You'd better hide somewhere.
Will do, Colonel. My god, those are weird glitches. The risks you take for getting thermal goggles. Let's just do the usual traditional Solid Snake dance against this wall. A nice old warm-up. I wonder... oh god. Now I always get nervous at whether this guy can see me. I swear sometimes he can. But luckily the elevator arrives just in time. Which might actually make this harder. Go away. Haven't you ever seen a forklift truck before? God, leave me alone. Screw it, I'm gone. Flip! He heard me, but we balled it right in there. Ha 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 ha. One thing you're gonna have to forgive me for, guys, is my controls. I'm playing with a completely different control setup. That's what I'm used to, so this might be very, very dodgy. Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. Tell you what, they definitely did up the ante with the epic music and the camera angles. Got their money worth of that. Okay. My god, Snake, your bandana is freaking out, man.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that
Unlike me.
working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard.
So the older they get, the worse at games I get.
It's designed to
I know that's
prevent
hard to believe.
hypothermia. This is
I
Alaska, you
could
know.
possibly be any worse than I was last
I'm
year.
grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see.
Okay.
I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Nice. Okay, so things are going according to plan.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention.
Liquid.
Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Pleasure is all mine.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
Oh,
You're just
straight in there.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm
Whoa.
being hit on by the famous Solid Snake?
The famous Solid Snake is a
Surprised.
pervert.
I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system.
Go for it.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Okay.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA Chief.
The DARPA Chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Okay. That sounds relatively
Your radar
easy.
isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it.
Yes, boss.
I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine
Strip
yourself in that
search, you say?
position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
Hey.
Do that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you.
So we've already got an
Didn't
incentive to
smuggle
complete the
out my
game.
smokes
How did you do that?
in my stomach. Thanks
Yeah?
to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes?
I'll tell you what, you know you're
Those
addicted when you have
You
to
never
smuggle
know.
cigarettes in your stomach. You are hardcore though, Snake. I'll give you that.
If
Badass.
you want to get
Through
in,
and through.
there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
5.56s and pineapples. Okay, let's make a fruit salad. We're back in control. Flip. Okay, let's get down to business. So this flabby-doo, we have to run in between when it gets to certain bits. Although I think we stand much more a chance of getting it now due to the fact that we can roll. Let's try and get it. Hey, I still got it. Okay, let's go in here. Grab the SOCOM, very important. And don't forget as well, this little beauty under here. Favorite weapon, the M9 Tranquilizer. Where would I be without this beauty? Now, this makes the game rather a lot easier compared to how it was back in the 90s, when we had to properly rely on stealth. I mean, proper stealth, none of this Tranquilizer bollocks. With this, it does as it says. It puts them to sleep incredibly quickly. Depending on where you shoot them, that is. If you shoot them in the shin, like I have, it may take some time. But eventually they keel over. Okay, first perp down.